Hey, no matter how you want to define it or have excuses for the things that are flying in the air, you're not a dummy society. You have a lot of technology and you're in the right time to record what the people in the ancient days couldn't do, you know. So you're intelligent enough to put it together, to understand that this is what you're saying today, you know. Some people say, oh, well, they're aliens. Oh, they're angels. They're demons. You know what I'm saying? However you want to put it, this is something different that most people um, have never had the opportunity to see, encounter, or especially record it like a video. You know, we have that opportunity. We have a lot of videos out. No matter what you think, this stuff is for real. And you're not a dummy society. You have all the help you need. You have technology. You have your resources. You can do research. You have ancient drawings and paintings and descriptions of the things people encountered and saw. And like I say, you're not a dummy society. And I'm sure you understand that we're saying what all the ancient people was describing. Like I say, people, they had their encounters. They say they seen certain things. That's why I'm always specific about my encounter. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to mix my story in with no one else's, you know? And that's why I always constantly say that I work with the Holy God, you know? And I stick with the orange orbs, the ones that look with that fire color. It's real fire. And when they go way up in the air, they look like the average star. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's why I always mention, like, hey, I ride with the Holy God. And I don't mix my story up with no one else's. But I'm not denying their stories. You know what I'm saying? Because these orbs by itself are already letting everyone know that it's something different that's going on in society right now. You know, like I say, we have the opportunity to record them now. You're not no dummy society. So it ain't like you scratching your head like, hey, what's really going on? And, ooh, hey, you have a lot of help. You have your resources. You do research. And you have your mind. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have an idea of what's really going on. It's just that the way people have lived their lives is producing excuses. You know what I'm saying? Especially about the orbs being angels, like holy angels. You know, I haven't seen them harm anyone. Haven't heard or anything like that. Heard people say they have been tortured by other things, and they described metal ships and or whatever their encounter was. But like I say, I had an encounter also myself, and my description is what I encountered. So I can't deny theirs. I don't know, everyone has their own individual life. You know, everyone don't love God also. You know, and for a person to live their life believing that God is not real, I'm sure these orbs are a hard pill to swallow, you know, because you're realizing that people don't control these things. So it's not a person you can pay some money to get them off your back. It's not no one you can talk to like, yeah, I talked to my friend, he helped me out. None of that. You know what I'm saying? The only friend you need is Jesus or God. You know what I'm saying? That'll be your friend. If you want to associate yourselves with the orbs, the fireball orbs, the star orbs, those. You know what I'm saying? I'll constantly mention those specifically because that was my encounter. I hear about everybody else's encounter. You know, like I say, a lot of that stuff can be true. You know, there are certain encounters because there's good and evil in the world. You know, but one thing's for sure, that these orbs that everybody's seeing, you know, they're real, and not too many people at quite a few millenniums have ever had the opportunity to record what they saw in the air or what they was encountering. We have that opportunity. We have used that opportunity, still using it. This is not no dummy society. And like I say, as far as my story on my part, the orbs are the angels. They with God. It's about the Holy Bible, you know. And I ride with the Holy God. And I still listen to everybody else's story. I just want to make sure that my story, you know, is like what I say. That's why I speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I explained it myself. It's my encounter. So you don't have to mix mines up with someone else's story, because I'm telling you myself, you know, what's the story of my encounter. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I always believed in God. Everything about me, all on the inside, you know, is referring to the Bible, referring to the Holy God. And hey, I'm 59 years old, so I lived on this earth a long time. I've been around, and you know, a whole lot of stuff then went on in 59 years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can research that too, just in general. You know, so yeah. You know, that's why I stick with the Holy God. Stay with them. You know what I'm saying? I ride with them. And my encounter with them, you know, hey, I felt nothing but total love. You know, just a godly feeling, like a big hug or something. That's why I always stick with the Holy Bible and the Holy God, regardless of anyone else's story. You know, like I say, a lot of them can be true because there are wicked spirits also. You know, so depending on how a person live their life. Like I say, hey, my encounter with the orbs is for real. So demons, bad spirits, hey, they bump it to me. They bumping it to the Holy God spirit. Take care.